Hey everybody, it's Dr. Nelson. We're talking about whiplash and how we can help with these. Now this is one of the more common things that people recognize chiropractors can help with. Let me show you a little bit more about our approach, how we understand whiplash problems, that chronic pain that can come with them, how we address those problems, and what you can hope for with getting treatment after a motor vehicle collision at Advocate Wellness. So first things first, we're looking at what side of the vehicle you were on and how you were hit. I need to understand the nature of the impact, whether or not it was just that primary impact between two vehicles, or if then the vehicle that was hit spun and then hit a barrier or something like that. If it was a primary impact, we do find those are, if there was just one, that one definitely tends to be the one that causes the most prediction of how things are gonna happen. But if there was a second impact, that one seems to have its way with the body as far as what's clinically the most impactful. That's been my experience so far. But let's talk about the nature of these things real quick, because if we're looking at the body from behind, which is typically how chiropractors tend to see things, we have this seat belt right over here across the lap, and then we have this belt from the left side over here down across to the right where it buckles in the middle over here. So this would be like a driver's side. All right, very, very common. And what you'll find here is that the head will whip forward and over to the right, and it'll pull down across this way. And so that tension line will typically really, let me remove the seatbelt here, will really typically piss off the lower left and the right side over here as the head gets whipped forward and over, right over here. And so what we'll find a lot of times is like that left pain over here, sometimes right side too, but definitely into the low back on the left side, into the hips, into the glutes, that tightness, trouble bending forward, trouble standing back up again, trouble taking a deep breath, high levels of anxiety that go with trouble breathing, rib pain, which we'll talk about in more detail in another video, and then a lot of numbness, tingling, trouble raising the arms, trouble being able to open up, pain with extension, pain with turning the head, trouble checking blind spots, and all of those issues that go with a lot of inflammation of the lower neck right there. We're able to treat all of those things and help people get better very quickly. Now, ever since my externship in doctorate school, I have been working with people to help them with car accidents. A big shout out to Dr. George, who was a huge influence in my formation as a doctor, taught me so much about whiplash, and especially for checking the upper part of the low back. Now, I want to harp on that for just a moment here, if you'll bear with me, because there are three nerve roots, there's a nerve root that comes off right at the top of the low back that looks like low back pain, but it isn't. It's upper low back pain. And this nerve root comes off, I'm going to reproduce this here. Here's that tailbone. It comes off at L1, L2, and it goes down and it impacts this area right here, down the side of the leg, and then into the hip crease right there as well. So you have 1, 2, and 3. 1 is very common, and it looks like the low back problems that are very common. Then the side of the leg is kind of people like, I'm expecting some things going down the leg, maybe a little sciatica. That wouldn't be sciatica, but it looks like it, so I can't blame anybody. But then that hip crease, man, it's only there in 10% of cases, but when it is, you know exactly what you're looking at there. And so Dr. George really taught me there. Dr. George Bobbitt, amazing man. If you're down in the Arlington, Mansfield area and you have a motor vehicle collision, go check the guy out. I love him to death. All right, so issues right up there will really feed into these things. We can help with that so much, primarily by helping the joints, the muscles, and the nerves. So what we'll do is for the joints, those problems, we will adjust. And if things have gotten so bad that traction is needed, we might recommend that as well. For the muscles, we'll provide myofascial therapy. That means working on you with a massage gun. We don't just want to have you walk in and get your back popped and stuff like that. That's super helpful, but it's not nearly as helpful as this comprehensive that we approach that we bring, because we also help the nerves. And when we control all three, we control the destiny of your spine. We can help you direct that. The red light therapy comes through and decreases pain, decreases inflammation, and speeds up healing by 2 times. Guys, it's a force multiplier. Can you heal from a car accident without a chiropractor? Yes. Can I help you get you better faster and help you stay better longer than most chiropractors? Also yes. So if you're interested in coming to see me, definitely give us a call. Let us see what we can do. Consult and examinations are usually discounted, so check it out. You can visit keller-chiro.com to learn more, or give us a call. The details are all in the description, okay? Cool, guys.